All right, so this will be part 2. So after you get your tiger striping and stuff done, you gotta hit it with that clear coat, that 2000 degree ceramic coating. You want it the ceramic because it's gonna stand up to all that heat. And really, you only really need this for the barrel and the hand guards and stuff, because that's really where all your heat's gonna be, is the chamber. From the chamber here is where it's gonna get hot. It's not gonna get really hot back here. Maybe the bolt from the friction moving really fast, but other than that. But yeah, I'm gonna use this clear coat, high temp, and really just a light spritzing. You don't need a whole lot. And it's gonna repel any dirt, oil, gas, and really keep it in pristine condition as long as possible. I mean, you take care of your stuff, they'll take care of you. And that's what you want. And if this stuff is like my other stuff that I use, it should dry fairly quickly. It shouldn't take fairly long to dry. I should have took my strap off before I started, but oh well. It's there, it's getting painted. Not much I can do about it now. I should have taped this off, but I mean, it'll be alright. It'll probably wear down from the bolt sliding in and out. I ain't too worried. Yeah, it's not dry yet. And plus, when it dries, it should have a smooth finish. I don't think it's gonna be that shiny. If it is, all well. That's one side. Once it dries, I'll flip it over and I'll hit the other side. I would definitely watch about how much you spray. There's going to be moving parts because it might lock it up. I mean, there's no guarantee that it will lock it up. I'm just saying it might. You know, it's better safe than sorry. Especially when it comes to something that you want to be dependable, reliable. So let that dry. I would refrain from using a heat source or something to help it dry faster, so that it's on evenly. But I mean, I'm not a paint expert. Like I said, this is my second time to paint a gun, and I didn't enjoy art class that much growing up, so. But I do know that by painting your guns, you're gonna give it a protective layer and help, you know, keep the metal from oxidizing. You know, moisture and oxygen makes metals rust. Even if they're blued, you still gotta, or they're treated stainless steel, it'll still rust. You still wanna keep it oiled, keep it protected. You know, this gun, after I painted it and everything, it should last another 100 years. Easily 100 years. There's no reason why it shouldn't. It's drying pretty quick. Dang it. I should stop touching it with my fingers. Okay, let's flip this over. Get this side. Yeah, definitely. You can definitely tell which side's been sprayed. Make sure I grab the right can. Again, the high heat. You know, this one I used, the grill one, I think it's for the High Heat Ultra. Let's see what temperature it's rated for. 1200 degrees. Okay, so yeah, this one's for 1200 degrees. And this one is for 2000. So I'm just using the 2000 one as a top layer. Which, I mean, I don't see it getting over 500 degrees. Honestly. Yeah, I should have took the strap off. Oh well. It's too late now. And I think after, like, once this hardens and dries, I'm gonna clean it. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to make sure there's not any barrel fouling or anything like that that's gonna cause a failure or a disaster. But yeah, just to recap on how I did this, if you didn't watch part one, just take some painter's tape and rip it up into, you know, lines. You can go the complete width of it, but like if you have an upper and a lower, you might want to separate them and do them individually, do it in part sections. So when you match together, it'll have that more disorganized, but more tiger-esque look to it. But yeah, I definitely would recommend taking it apart, putting it back together, taping off sections to where you don't want paint to get into if it's real tight. These old, you know, Russian, Polish, like AKs and MP40s and all that stuff is gonna be very, very loose tolerances, because I mean, during the war they outsourced it and they had basically the parameters were very loose. It didn't have to be a perfect fit. That's why, you know, AKs are very reliable. You can have dirt in there with the bolt and it still function. Not like ARs and M16s and all that stuff where you had to field strip and clean them all the time, because the tolerance, like, is very tight, because they were focusing on accuracy rather than function. But I mean, you can still get accuracy and function with loose tolerances. Like, you know, I used the 7.62x54R as a sniper rifle, and it's just a beefed up AK. But so yeah, and honestly, this probably cost to do this paint job. I got this for $7. I got this for $7, and just your little paint here and there. I got this mini can of paint for like $3 or $4, so it's not an expensive venture to do. And like, yeah, you might be paying more for the ceramic coating stuff, the high heat, but it'd be worth it. And I definitely recommend you doing it in a well-ventilated area. I'm in my garage right now, and got neighbors walking by. I mean, my neighbors are cool. I'm in Oklahoma. They see me walking around, putting my guns in my car, going shooting and stuff, and I open carry sometimes. And there's a guy that walks around my neighborhood too that open carries, so it's a pretty chill area. I mean, we have constitutional carry here in Oklahoma, so I've never had any issues. I don't know anybody that has had any issues with open carrying or anything about guns. So yeah, just be mindful that you're in a well-ventilated area. Especially, I think with this ceramic stuff, the ceramic coating, it's got particulates in it that will coat your lungs if you're not in a well-ventilated area. And it's probably going to be more hazardous than just your regular paint. But then again, the ceramic coating, the ceramic material liquid in it could be heavier and not be less likely to be airborne. I don't know. I ain't no scientist. It's just, it can go either way, is all I'm saying. Hit one more time, make sure it's got a good coating on it. And just let it air dry and you'll be done. I'll put the bolts in it, do a function check, make sure I don't have too much buildup in the bolt well. I mean, like I said, super simple, easy. Tape, that's all I did was I say you want red stripes, paint it red, put the tape on, and then paint it black. Take the tape off, red will show through. You can do blue, paint it blue, put tape on how you want it, paint it black, take the tape off, there you go. I've seen people use Dawn soap, some kind of degreaser that repels oils, because you know paint is oil based. Most paint's oil based. So they'll use like a degreaser, Dawn soap or something. They'll squirt it on there, and it looks too, I don't know, too smooth. These you can see it's got points, points in it, like Tiger Stripe. His just look, I don't know. I don't want to talk shit because to each its own. Everybody likes something different. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Art's subjective. Whatever philosophy you decide to go with. Yeah. I think it's about done. And if you've stuck it out this long, thank you. Heck yeah. I didn't really, oh man. I guess, well, this handle on this side's black, but this side is striped. Should I just make this side black too? Yeah, I'll just make this, well, yeah, I'll just make it black. Yeah, see, if you mess up, just paint it black and start over. Super easy fix. And it's probably not a bad idea to hit it with a couple of coats, especially if you're gonna be in the woods. A nice, good, thick coating on there. On the outside, definitely don't want it too much on the inside. Outside, you wanna, on your magazines, might be a good idea, especially like the old World War II magazines. You might wanna, they got this bluing or whatever they've done to this metal. I don't think it's pot metal, but you can scrape it and see the silver underneath. Might not be a bad idea, at least from magwell down, to hit it. Help preserve it. Because you want your magazines to function just as good as your gun. It's all a variable. It's all points of failure that you can be prevented. The more you can prevent failing, the better. I think this stuff dries pretty quickly. It's hard to tell because it dries clear. Again, I don't know why I just use my finger to touch it. Okay, it's gonna leave behind. Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'm dumb. I forgot that I painted this black and it takes a little bit longer than the clear coat. I'm dumb. That's gonna leave a texture behind. Paint the clear. So let's fix that fuck up. But yeah, it's simple, easy. And if you're too worried, tell your kids what to do. Like, hey, rip up some tape for me to make it look like a tiger, and they'll have a fun with it. They'll even help you, I'm sure. Or let them paint it. Like, hey, paint my gun red or blue or whatever. You could do blue, paint it blue, put your stripes on there. And then what you could do is paint it white and then put a little bit more tape along the edges of the already taped there, and then paint it black. So like it'll have white accent, like a blue frost white accent, or however you want to do it. I went with this. First time doing tiger stripe. Second time ever painting a gun. My first time I painted was just was hunting my kid's bolt action rifle. Is green, OD green stock, and I took some black and brown. Or no, I just used black and just cut some holes out of some a crest bag or paper bag, cut some holes out of it, you know, whatever, and just kind of spray, do weird designs in it, and made it its own little camo. So yeah, you guys are learning with me, I guess, if you're watching this. And again, you can do where it's kind of like a misting effect, where it's like a sunburst, where you see some black and red shine through some parts. So yeah.